a little bit of extra virgin olive oil because I'm going to do something for you called Scafata. All right, we have got hot oil in hot pan, so let's move on to Scafata. And Scafata, the word itself, means hull. It means hull, and that's because we have got to start with fava beans, which are a bean that you see in the springtime in Italy. These are fava beans. And when you open them up, you have these huge, huge beans. And when they're huge like that, you have to cook them because it's the inner bean that is really delicious. And I cooked some here for you ahead of time. You admire those while I throw in some onion in the pan. So there's some onion going in. That's one onion, just chopped up in a little bit of olive oil. And you see how beautifully green those are once you take off the outer hull. Let me show you. You just peel that back after you cook them, and you see you have that beautiful looking green. I'll do one more. Take the outer skin off, and you have a beautiful looking bean inside. Now, you don't have access to fava beans? Use lima beans, just as delicious. And now with this we want, celery stalk or two goes in. There's really no rhyme or reason as to how much you put in here. So onion, celery, how about some carrots? So one carrot diced up goes in. And then we want to add our fava beans. Here are those wonderful fava beans. They go in. You need about, a cup and a half of favas. They go in. And then we're going to want some Swiss chard with this. Now this is Swiss chard. And you can find this in the grocery store, or maybe you grow it in your garden. It's great. And when you buy it, just take it off the stem by pulling it back towards you, away from the center spine, just like that. This is great in soup, so we're not going to throw that away because maybe tomorrow I'll make soup for you. So we have about 1.5 pounds of Swiss chard there. And now I'm going to get this mixed up a little bit and give this a little bit of salt now, a little bit of sea salt, and a little bit of pepper. Never cook your wooden spoons with the vegetables. Now we can put the Swiss chard in just like this, no cooking. It's going to cook down right here. So take it and put it right on top. Make sure you're using a big enough pan to do this, at least a 12-incher. I'm going to turn the heat down on this now. And that's just going to wilt down with the rest of the ingredients. Then we need to have tomatoes. And here we're using plum tomatoes. And plum tomatoes you see in all of the markets of Italy. And they are a favorite for making sauces, but they're also great for this. And we're only going to just take the core out of the top and then just cut up the tomatoes just coarsely chop them. You can leave the skin on. If you want to take the skin off, you can do that. And they go right into the pot with the rest of the ingredients. So there are our tomatoes. We put them in right over the top. And then along with that, we're going to want to have later on some olives. And for this, I like to use these wonderful black oil cured olives. Don't they look great? And all you have to do is kind of squeeze them to get the pit out. Your fingernails are going to get dirty doing this, but that's okay, you see. And then you can put them in like that. Or you can get one of these nifty gadgets. This is called a schnock-oliva, an olive pitter. And you just do that. You see the pit comes out so easy. I love to play with this. Well, the pit comes out, but then it's tough getting out the olive part. Anyway, we have about 12 of those here. And now I'm going to mix this up a little bit. Get that all in there. And I'm going to put the cover on now. I'll put the olives in a little later. So now we cover this. And folks, That's all there is to scafata. Look at how beautiful this looks and how nicely this is cooking down. This is healthy eating. Very good. This is a meal in itself right here with some nice crusty bread, a piece of cheese, you're all set.